Hello, my dear students. I hope you all are fine. Today, we will begin lesson number 4 of Unit 5 Interjections. So, students, I request you to open page number 71 of your English 1 book. So, what are interjections? Interjections are the words which show some sudden expressions. It could be an expression of sadness, happiness, excitement, wonder. Okay, so it could be any expression. For example, when we are happy, we say hurrah, we won the match, because we get happy when the match is won by our favorite team, right? So we say hurrah. So hurrah is an interjection. Similarly, when we like something, when we are in excitement, we say wow, what a nice scene, right? So wow is again an expression, so it is an interjection. When we are sad, we say oh, we lost the game. So oh is interjection. So all these words which show some sudden expressions or feelings of happiness, sadness, wonder, excitement, etc. are called interjections. Interjections don't have any specific meaning. They are one of the part of speech. We put an exclamation mark after the interjection. So whenever we write these words such as hurrah, oh, wow, alas, we will always put an exclamation mark, right? So this is one of the part of speech. We have already learned about few parts of speech in our previous chapter, such as conjunctions, and interjection is again another part of speech. Okay, so there is an exercise on page number 71. Insert proper interjection. Number 1, dash I passed the exam. So when we pass the entrance, dash I passed the entrance. When we pass the entrance, we are happy. So we'll write hurrah in number 1. Hurrah, I passed the entrance. Number 2, dash you lost the game. Oh, you lost the game. So write oh in number 2. This is an expression of sadness. So we'll write oh here. Oh, you lost the game. Number 3, wow, the Agra fort is marvelous. So we use wow when we are excited. So we'll write wow here. Wow, the Agra fort is marvelous. Number 4, alas, it is not that interesting. Alas is used to show some sadness or sorrowness. So we'll write alas, it's not that interesting. Number 5, dash keep it up. So we'll write bravo, keep it up. Bravo is used to show happiness. So we'll write bravo. Number 6, wow, that painting is wonderful. Wow is again used to show excitement. So we'll write wow in number 6. Okay. Now let us begin lesson number 5, punctuation marks. Punctuation marks are the marks which are used to organize the sentences in a perfect manner. Okay. Now there are few punctuation marks such as capital letter, full stop, comma, exclamation mark, inverted commas, semicolon. So all these marks are called punctuation marks. So we use capital letters and other punctuation marks to organize the sentences properly and meaningfully. We use these marks to show the meaning of the sentence in a proper way. For example, if there is a full stop at the end of the sentence, that means the sentence is over, right? If there is comma in between the sentence, in between two words, that means we have to take pause for few seconds. And we already know that we have to write the name of any person, place in capital letter, right? So all these are called punctuation marks. Now you can see there is an exercise on page number 72. Exercise A. Rewrite the following sentences using capital letters, full stops, and question marks and commas wherever necessary. So we have to put full stop, question mark, comma, capital letter in these sentences. Now number 1 is Mr. Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister of India. So what we have to do, we have to write Mr. M capital of Mr. Narendra Modi. So we will write N capital of Narendra and Modi's M capital. So Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister. Again, Prime Minister will write P of Prime in capital and Minister M of Minister in capital letter of India. India is again the name of the country. So we'll write I with capital letter. So Mr. Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister of India and then a full stop at the end. Okay. You can see this the answer written here and you can copy it from in here. You can see that I have written Mr. M capital, Narendra N capital, Modi's M capital, Prime Minister's P capital and M capital and India's I capital and then full stop at the end of the sentence. Now number 2. Nile is the longest river in the world. It is in Egypt. Now again you can say Nile is the name of a river. So the name of the river should be in capital letter. So we'll write N of Nile in capital letter. Is the longest river in the world. It is in Egypt. Egypt is again the name of a country. So we'll write E in capital letter and then full stop at the end of the sentence, which is very important. Now third one, The Gulliver's Travels is a book written by Jonathan Swift. So you will have to write the Gulliver's Travels. So when we have to write any heading or any we have to write the name of any book, then all the letters of that of the word which is the title, we have to write it in capital letter. So the Gulliver's Travel, we'll write the of T in capital, Gulliver's G capital and then Travels T capital. Gulliver's Travel is a book written by Jonathan Swift. So Jonathan Swift is a name. So we'll write J of Jonathan in capital and S of Swift in capital letter. I hope you are writing it in your book. Now number 4, Shah Jahan built the Taj Mahal in memory of Mumtaz Mahal. So Shah Jahan is the name of a ruler. So we'll write Shah Jahan as S in capital letter. So write S. Shah Jahan built the Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal's T capital. Taj Mahal. M Mahal's M capital and in memory of Mumtaz Mahal. So Mumtaz Mahal's M capital of Mumtaz and Mahal's M capital. Okay. Now number 5. Parliament House, the Rashtrapati Bhavan, the Red Fort and the India Gate are the biggest attraction of Delhi. So you can see the T capital of the, because the first letter of any sentence should be in capital. So we'll write the T capital, Parliament's House P capital, House, the Rashtrapati Bhavan's Rashtrapatis R capital and Bhavan's B capital, the Red Forts R capital and Forts F capital, and the India Gate's I capital, Gates G capital are the biggest attraction of Delhi. So Delhi is D capital. So we have to write it in this way. Okay. Now exercise B. The following sentences are wrongly punctuated. Rewrite the sentences using proper punctuation marks. Now number 1, Mary had a little lamb. So what we have to do? We have to correct these sentences like we have done in exercise A. Mary's M capital had a little lamb and then full stop at the end of the sentence. Lamb's L will not be in capital, so we'll write it in small letter. So Mary had a little lamb and then full stop. Mr. Pranab Mukherjee is the President of India. So Mr's M capital, Pranab's P capital, Mukherjee's M capital is the President's P capital of India's I capital, and then full stop at the end of the sentence. Number 3. The Red Fort was built by Shah Jahan. So the Red Fort, the of T, the T capital, Red Fort's R capital, and Fort's F capital was built by Shah Jahan. So Shah Jahan's S capital, and then full stop at the end. Number 4. February is the shortest month. So February is the name of a month. So we'll write F capital of February is the shortest month, and then full stop at the end. So everything will be in small letter except the F of February. Okay. I hope you have done it and you've understood it well. Take care. Bye-bye.